Hi, this is Jack, and I'm working on my F-150 with the typical flappy gas cap thing. And you've seen probably a dozen of these already. And the only reason why I'm making this video, because it really doesn't show you what it takes to get these clips loose from the back of this filler cap, where this hinge pin is dropped out. That makes this cap loose or not close all the way secure. So I've already went through some preliminaries, and what I've been fighting taking the last clip out, which nobody, not that I've seen, I've watched a few of these, nobody has shown how the actual clip comes out. They say you release the clip at the top. That's a lot easier said than done, because one, it's working against the other ones here, and maybe I should be taking that one, breaking that one loose at first at the top, because whenever I have these other two loose, hoping that the third one at the top will allow the whole thing to rotate out, these two clip back in because it's such a tight contrary spot to get that third one out. So I've got a couple of wood shims here, because this is my work truck. I didn't have much of an issue about putting this, my thin tool here, my thin edge tool, in between the flexible rubber gasket and gently pried it out. I don't believe I chipped any paint, but I'm sure there's other tools that can be used that would do the same thing in order to start this bottom out, so I can put wedges in here lightly and also taped into place, so when this does pop loose, or while I'm trying to wrestle it, these won't fall out and wind up letting this bottom get clipped back in, start back from square one. So I'm going to do what I can to get the top one released, because it is a heck of a reach. If I had a car lift, it would be one thing, but the only thing I got is a gravel driveway and a piece of finished masonite for me to lay on. Yeah, I could probably put it someplace else, but I didn't think it was going to be a big deal to do, but here I go. Forgot to mention, I also did take out the 3 screws with a 5/16, 8mm, take your pick, that hold this ring in around the top of it. So those pop out, piece of cake, easy peasy. Here's that ring that I popped off. It just simply, literally just snaps in and pops out. There's the one clip there that's easy to get to, the ones that keep on coming back in. You can see my wood shim sticking out a little bit right there and right there. And there's the other clip that's also easy to get, but the other one is positioned right above where the flashlight is, where that spot is that I'm highlighting right now. If you can reach up around top of that business, I mean, it's a stretch. From where I'm at, I got to get on my elbow, and on my elbow on the ground, so I can reach up around high enough just to barely being able to push on this thing. And I'm going to try it from this side, because I can reach it from there also. But you can see it's it's enough to get my arm, and I'm 250 pounds soaking wet, so I don't have small arms. Besides, I got my fall jacket on. So let's see how this goes. I'm going to put this thing down. Maybe I can do something with it, I don't know. Here's a screwdriver that I was choosing to use because it's short and I can reach up over top of the filler cap, and I can put my hands around the end and feel where that tab is, and then get this lined up with the tab and hopefully push it. I've only tried 3 times, but I kept hearing the bottom clip snap in. So I'm trying it this time without the clips, fearing of them coming back in with that little stick that I have in place. I understand how this is configured. This recess, this little buildup right there, there, and there. That's where the clips are on the other side. I just realized that now. So there's one hidden right there that's keeping me from releasing this one. So I found a detent that keeps this from rotating. That's here. So I got to go above that and find that one and release that one too, because I keep hearing this one pop, but I can't move it because this one still got it. All right, let's see what I do. I think I got that one. Hallelujah. 3 of 4. I'm not happy about it, but I had to mess up my hairdo a little bit. I'm going to show you what I had to do. I had to more or less set my lovely bouquet of hair on this, was it the leaf spring or the lines? I had to set my head up on top of this to act as a rest, just to support myself well enough. That allowed me to reach up in there without much issue after that to pop those back with the screwdriver that I had, that little bitty one, using that technique that I was talking about, using my fingers to feel it and then getting the tip in the right spot and then pressing on it after that. So the rest of it should be just as simple as pulling this out, because now it's loose. It'll roll right on out there, so they say. And see how the tape worked out? They're still there even though there's nothing pressing it in place. I can pull this out the rest of the way once I I got to set the camera down to do that. But anyway, that'll do that. And there's a typical deal. This is out. All the clips there. There's the alignment key that I was talking about. And then these two other clips, and this one's broken off because I tried to manhandle it too much first time. This part here should keep that in place because it really snugs up against the body really tight, besides the other screws around the perimeter from the outside. So here's the problem area. I'm going to pull the pin, drop this back down in place, and I've seen one fix where they put a screw with a washer in after I carefully drilled it and tap it with a screw, and then put a washer there so that'll never rise out again. All right, removing the spring will make it a lot easier to reseat this, because you can see it's actually shouldered here and thinner as it goes down. So I'm going to pull the spring off, and I'll show you what I'm talking about here. So it has got alignment marks. I'm just going to send this back in the rest of the way. Get this out so I can press it in there, because I understand you're supposed to do that. And there that is going down. We'll make sure it goes down in there all the way. And there it is all the way, because it protrudes through the bottom a little bit. So that's where I'm going to drill the screw hole at and put about a 4-gauge screw with a little flat washer there. See, now it should be acting fine. I'm going to put this back together again, and it is as simple as that. Maybe I'm going to go ahead and do this. Maybe that'll make it easier. Wow, that's got a lot of spring to it. Spring. Maybe I'll do it the other way. There you go. Because the other guy was using a tool to do that, but it was easy to take off. I mean, really easy to take off. So let's just see if we can get this in there. You can use the tool if you like. Don't have to do what I'm doing, but I'm kind of dumb that way. But there it is. Okay, sprung in place, and this is acting like it used to since it's, well, it's been doing this for about a year for me. So I'm going to go ahead and drill that hole like I was saying and put that screw in there. Give me a few minutes, I'll do that. I'm going to go with the stainless one since I have one here. If I didn't think I'd screw some up, I'd almost take a solder gun and just mushroom this top so it has no reason to back through, but that's a chance of really screwing something up if that happens. I found myself a piece of scrap sheet metal and got the right size hole through the center of it. It really takes a cobalt bit to go through stainless steel. I managed to make, I trashed 3 bits, regular bits doing it, and that's what it takes to do it without the cobalt bits. So at least when it comes to drilling stainless steel. So I got my proper size screwdriver tip. That's a number 1. With my properly piloted hole in the plastic, this should go in there and grab that very, very readily. And because it's a nice, it is a number 0. So I got it started, but it wants to spin no more than that. Now this will be a 0. And it grabs that and rolls right in with it. That's a nice, solid drive. Wow, that's a really solid drive. I'm hoping I don't break this off, because that would really screw up my chances of making this work. I'm going to go up another size bigger on the pilot, because that's really a tight fit. And that's the next size up. Yeah, stainless steel is great stuff, but I tell you what, it'll snap off in a heartbeat. You put too much pressure on it, and it wouldn't have been good for at least what I'm trying to do here. Boy, that's still a tough drive. I don't like that at all. I'm gonna go for it. Guess this washer's snug. It's getting snug finally. Alright, now it's good and snug. Now let's see how this acts. And that works fine. Back in the truck it goes. Lord willing, I won't need to go up underneath the truck anymore except to retrieve my tools. So I'm going to pull all these shims out the way that really I feel was a big help. And with the door open so I can see how this is guiding in around this outlet here, I am told that I roll this on in really tight to the body and just give it a good little shove and it'll more or less drop in place. Something like that. And look at that. It's already starting to drop in around the nozzle. Piece of cake. Just like that. There it is. Once it got squared in with that guidance thing on the side, it dropped right into place. So now it's all latched in because it's automatically clipping those clips in the back that I put in there. And that one that broke off down here on this one, no consequence. That bulge in the back side's holding that in. So now it's just a matter of taking this set of screws and running these back in again. And there it is, acting proper again. Go over what I did with the help of the blue tape to hold these shims in place that I put in around the perimeter. Make sure those other clips didn't re-engage. Between that, the tape, and using a small screwdriver that reaches around, using these places here on the high side especially, where you need to know where those clips are at to release those clips. Otherwise it's a hunt and peck feel. There are two ribs, one on either side of the clip. So when you find those two ribs that are holding that detent in place, that little finger in place that catches this on the back side, that's where you push, is in between those two ribs. That's what you got to go by. There's only feel, you can't see it. Anyway, so that's how I managed to get these loose. And these shims that I put down here that I was able to get, I'm not going to try it now because again it looks like my bodywork may have survived it. I'm seeing a little mar right there, and that might wipe out, maybe not, I don't know, but it is my work truck. So anyway, I'm going to stop rambling on. That's how I got it done. Tickled to have it done because this thing was not latching like that at all. So hey guys, till later, we'll see you. God bless. Bye bye.